Good morning and good evening, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So, welcome to Data Analytics using Power BI, which is a 3 months course. So, daily 1 hour class will be there. So, 2 hours of practice you need to do apart from attending the live class. Monday to Friday, we are going to be having classes. Saturday, Sunday, we don't have any classes. My name is Bhaskar Jogi. I'm having almost 25 years of experience in the IT industry. I trained more than a lakh of students all over the world. So I trained more than 1 lakh 20 students all over the world. I was working in many top MNCs, including Patni Computers, Unilever, Brookfields, Bangalore, Daimler Chrysler Bangalore, TVS Motors Bangalore, Patni Computer Chennai, KPIT Technologies Pune, Accenture Hyderabad, Microsoft Hyderabad. So I have worked for many top MNCs, and currently I'm not working as a full-time employee, but I am also taking a lot of consulting work as a data architect, senior level position I'm handling. And I was with Saudi Arabia government to go doing a lot of projects with KSA government, and Dubai also. I worked for PwC company in Dubai. So this is my profile because of I'm passionate about teaching and training. So that is the reason I'm here today. So you are going to be learning completely practical course under my guidance. Lot of people from India and abroad, people who are having BA, BCom, BSc, this kind of a background people, IT, non-IT people are able to grab much more opportunities in India, even though in worldwide. So I'll give you a couple of example. Lot of success stories are already available in goonlinetrainings.com. How a non-IT guy, a housewife for 10 years, how she is able to grab the opportunities. So everything is already recorded and kept it ready for you. Only thing is that many people have good qualifications, but the industry needs skills. People are simply joining Udemy courses or any some online courses. If the tutor is not very good, means you will not be able to get any knowledge, right? So people may complete Java course, Python course, SQL course, only basics they are learning. And if you don't have the proper mentor, then simply you are end up with learning the course, not the skill, right? Skill means after getting a job, you will be able to work independently in your company. So we do not teach courses, we build skills. So people who are crack and having 4 lakhs per annum salaries, they're able to get 23 lakh salaries, 27 lakhs in India, right? US, I can say 44 years old, one Indian woman, botany zoology student, signed up with me 2 years back. At the age of 44, she took the training. She got almost 1.5, 150K salary. She got it at the age of 44. She was a botany zoology student in India. I think 2002 or 2003 passed out. At the age of 44 in US, she got almost 1.2 crore salary. So always I believe that IT industry needs skilled people, then simply your academics are completely useless today. So in India also, I can give you a lot of examples how our students are able to crack 2233 offer letters. So always I believe that people should be having proper mentoring than the courses. If you learn Udemy courses or YouTube free videos, you will be learning only basics for entire your life. You're thinking that I can get a job. But today AI world is going on. So if you have a basic skills, the basic work ChatGPT can do. You need to have advanced skills and much more practice you need to have it, right? Basic things completely useless. And if you're working for 20, 30,000 rupee jobs today, your job is going to be automated by AI. Artificial intelligence is more powerful. People are going to be saying that, right? But always I say human intelligence is more powerful than artificial intelligence. Only thing is that we don't train our brains. Always we say, I'm a sales guy, I'm a operational guy, I'm having 10 years of a gap, I'm a civil guy, I have a educational gap, I am BCom guy, BA guy. Do you have that kind of a brain? BA, BCom? No, 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 no. You have very powerful brain. But only thing is that are we learning properly from the proper mentors? Answer is no. So that is where the biggest mistake people are doing today. Remember, your intelligence, your brain is so powerful than the artificial intelligence brain. So remember to train your brain with the proper mentors. That is what I recommended today. And today we'll talk about what is BI, what is the data analytics, what is the data science and AI and ML, what is data engineering, and what is the cloud technology, what is Azure, what is AWS, and how is the job market worldwide, what is the eligibility to get into IT job, who can learn this course, what is the duration of the course, everything I'll be able to talk about. So I have explained about my profile. I was there in Bangalore for almost 10 years. After that, moved to Hyderabad. Past 15 years, I'm in Hyderabad, India. So anybody can come into IT and non-IT people can come into this. Anybody can come into this. Qualification doesn't matter. BCom, BA, MCom, MSc, BTech, civil engineering, mechanical engineering. Only thing is that if you have a goal, I wanted to get a job in IT. If you have a goal, then here we are going to give you very good courses that you can take it today and you can get into IT sector with bigger packages, job opportunities and salary expectations in India and abroad for the data analytics role. If you keep 3 years of experience in India, people can give you 15 to 20 lakhs of salary packages in India. Abroad, minimum 70K to 150K, you will be able to get it in abroad. Duration of the course, as I told you, it is 3 months, Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour class. Daily 2 hours practice you need to have. You need to buy one laptop. Laptop configurations, I will give you. Softwares also, I'm going to be giving you. We are going to install the software on the fourth class. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are going to be having, completely demo classes, which are free, and the same meeting ID, same time you can join these 3 days. And the fourth day, we are going to be installing the softwares in your laptop. Fifth day, I'm going to be talking about architecture about Power BI. Methodology is completely online, completely practical. CV and interview preparation, I'm going to be doing it for you. And job placement assistance, I'm going to be doing. You ask me anything, I will be able to give you. You ask me projects, we are going to be having live projects. You ask me interview questions, you ask me anything I can give you, but your interview you should only crack. Don't expect any proxies or backdoor jobs in our institution. We don't offer that. If you're thinking about proxy means you cannot learn skills. If you're not able to learn skill means you're not the right candidate to become a data analyst or data engineer. The better stop learning the skills. Nothing can happen today because if you're giving proxies, your AI interviewer can find out within 5 seconds. So people are using those kind of things today. So think about only real time exposure you need to have, real time mentors you need to catch. And people are always talking about institutions. I always talk about mentors or the faculty. End of the day, course will be taught by the faculty. Even though there is a bigger institution, people are going to be paying lakhs of rupees over there. And if you don't have a proper faculty, it is of no use. Always people will talk about institutions, but always you need to talk about faculty. Who's the faculty for that course? Chalo, that is very, very important, guys. So we are going to be covering total 3 months modules. SQL Server, I'm going to be giving it to you from day one itself. And Power BI, we're going to be having. Third month, SSIS, data warehousing, SSIS, all these things we're going to be covering. Next 3 months, assignments, project, CV preparation, interview preparation, start giving interviews. If you complete the course in 3 months and the fourth month onwards, you are ready to give multiple interviews. So this is what is my plan. So what is a SQL? What is a Power BI? What is SSIS, data warehousing? Everything I'll be able to talk about today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so that by end of these 3 days, you will be able to understand all these things one by one. So this is the complete module I'm going to be covering. So many people are asking about Python. Python is not at all recommended if you want to become a data analyst, but a lot of YouTubers are saying you should learn Excel, you should learn Python. So people are going to be adding a lot of things. You can also learn Python and Excel, but the problem is that it will become a 6 months or 8 months course. I don't recommend to learn unnecessary skills today. Just you complete this, you will be able to get minimum 15 to 20 lakh salary packages if you have kept 3 to 3.6 to 4 years of experience. As a fresher, 8 lakhs minimum salary you will be able to expect. Freshers means 2023, 2024, 2025 passed outs. Before that, you are not have considered as a fresher. You have to keep a minimum 2 years or 3 years documentation. You need to get it and try to put that. So that one you need to have it. If you have a PF account, you can use that. People can switch from non-IT background to IT background. So all these things I will be able to talk about it in the further classes also. And is this course simply theoretical or practical? 100% practical, right? Many assignments and projects I'm going to be giving. The same projects you can keep in your CV as well for all the modules: SQL, Power BI, data warehousing, SSIS. So many things we're going to be covering. Even cloud is also I'm going to be covering. So completely practical oriented, right? So I have given you one attendance form to fill. Hope everybody fill this form, guys. This is a form I have given. Your full name, your email ID, phone number, location, click on submit. And you need to fill the form, guys. And this course is suitable for career break people, switch from non-IT to IT or IT to IT. Anyone wanted to get into IT sector at any age and migrate from other technologies within the IT sector, or if you need 10x growth, if you wanted to have it, or if you're working for a lesser salary, you will be able to, plan for, or you should be able to get into this technology. This technology is completely no coding, low coding. Why data analytics everybody is choosing? Because low coding or no coding. That is one reason you will be able to get into data analytics using Power BI. Clear? And this code is suitable for these people: marketing guys, sales guys, operations managers, HR guys, finance and accounting professionals, customer service representatives, healthcare professionals, banking and finance professionals, supply chain management, retail and e-commerce professionals, insurance professionals, professionals from the non-IT backgrounds, recent graduates, individuals seeking a new career path, laid off or unemployed people, professionals in BPO or KPO. So anybody, if you wanted to get into IT today, no coding, low coding job, if you wanted to get it, definitely you can ask for data analytics. Many people are choosing testing. Testing is not today low coding or no coding, because you need to use testing automations. Selenium needs Java or a .NET coding. You need to know testing is not a no coding job or low coding job. Testing is today completely coding job. Until and unless if you're a manual tester, you don't have the coding there. But testing jobs also will have a lot of coding today because of Selenium. That is the tool that is there in the industry. Selenium needs Java or .NET coding to be written. Remember that. So blindly don't go into testing side. So our students have secured the positions in top MNCs. You take any company, my students are going to be there. You think about Microsoft, Capgemini, Cognizant, or any company you take it, definitely all over the world, my students are available. Dubai, Saudi, London, UK, UK, Italy, Sweden, Germany, right? Even in a lot of people from Pakistan as well. and lot all over the world people are learning, US, UK, Canada, so all over the world. So my people are there. So end of the day, you need to have good mentors. This is one recent success story. This guy is going to be joining today. So Monday, so he got he's got an offer last week, and today is going to be joining in Noida. BCom 2019, MBA 2021 passed out. He got cheated by one institution in Pune. He paid 70,000 rupees there and they got cheated. And again, he was searching. Yeah, he was lost confidence and everything. And after seeing my demos, he rejoined last month, I think September or October, again rejoined. He got the job today with the 14 lakhs Noida. So let us congratulate Mr. Mohit. I'm trying to invite this guy probably next week, and we can talk to him directly how a BCom MBA graduate 2021 passed out guy is able to crack 14 lakhs salary package. That too, everybody is talking about recession, right? That is the point. Now, Mr. Vijay, physics faculty in Hyderabad, more than 15, 20 years, he is working as a faculty. At the age of 44, 45, he got a job last week only, 16 lakh salary package, Thomson Reuters in Bangalore. And I will show you his offer letter as well after the demo class. I cannot record it on the screen. So this is one more. At the age of 45, he got a job in Bangalore. He was working as a faculty for almost 15, 20 years, only showcased, 3.5 years IT experience. Remaining 15 years, he was a faculty. The same experience we showcased into the interviewer. They're able to crack because company needs today skilled people, not the academics, or people are not worried about what is that you have done past 15 years. Companies are not interested towards that. Ram Vaizag, he was a government employee working for IDBS companies and getting a very good salary package. Their government employee resigned and started last year. He got a job in Virtusa, Chennai, 19.5 lakh salary package. He got it as a data analyst. One more, fresher, Vihai, you see, 1 year of sales background, she has it. From sales to IT sector as a data analyst, fresher job, she got it. I think 6 months back, she got it in, and she's working in Hyderabad. The company is Signode. And Ram Satish was State Bank of India manager, mutual fund manager, working for more than 18 years in the mutual fund sales head and earning only, I think, 4 to 6 lakhs package per annum and very small amount. Now, today he got 22 lakhs salary package. I think month of March, he got the job with Shankar. This company is a product-based company. So that is how our people are able to get into the very big service-based companies as well as the product-based companies. Shankar is the product-based company that he got the offer in month of March, right? Lakshmi Kant was working in hospital with his BCom, industry. Tirupati, there is a Rush super specialty hospital. He was admin in charge for more than 8 years. So BCom, and after that, part-time MBA has done it, and he got a job last year in Emphasis Bangalore with 14 lakh salary package. He was working for hospital more than 8 years and getting 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Anybody can become anything because always I believe human brain is so powerful than your artificial intelligence. But only thing is that you are not going to be giving enough time. So always I say invest in skills are important rather than learning courses. People will be simply enrolling for Udemy courses, simply watching YouTube videos. Learn SQL in 15 minutes, learn SQL in 45 days and 45 minutes. So these kind of a courses, if you enroll, and nothing can happen in your life. Remember that. Clear? So, as I told you, any graduate, any non-IT people can come in, any age teachers, all these things, all these people can come easily. Qualification doesn't matter today. Skill is the important thing that you need to have, right? Anyone can learn this course, hot skill, high salary paid jobs, no coding required, 60 hours of course. We're going to be having daily 1 hour and Monday to Friday. Daily recorded videos I'm going to be posting, real-time topics I'm going to be covering, 6 months validity for the course. I ask many people, what did you study? after my course. Many people will say, sir, 99% of interview questions from your syllabus. If anybody follows you directly with the videos and the notes, if they prepare, definitely they can crack a 20, 23, 25 lakh salary packages, sir. They need not prepare anything. So that much of a train, that much of in-depth coverage, I'm going to be giving it to you. Sample CVs I'm going to be giving, CV preparation I'm going to be doing it for you, online lab support I'm going to be giving, interview questions I'm going to be discussing as part of the class, placement assistance across India and across the globe also I can support you, but I cannot give you a proxy help or backdoor support. That is not my duty. My duty to deliver the classes and improve the skills so that you can fail at least 5 to 10 rounds of interview. The 11th interview is yours. So that is how I'm able to help many candidates. Lifetime access of the unlimited data sets, interview questions, sample CVs, projects, assignments. Learning through video is accessible to any time. We are going to be giving you daily recorded videos, one-to-one live interactive sessions is going to be there. I have given my number as well. If you wanted to have my number, so this is my direct number. I'm going to be giving it to you for lab support, career counseling, or if you need any other guidance, anytime you should be able to call me. Direct call, WhatsApp call doesn't matter. So this is what is very, very important, guys. Okay. So completely, we are planning to deliver SQL, Power BI, SSIS, and data warehousing, all of them next 3 months. So so if you have any other questions, you can ask me now, or let me start my class now. So demo number one, what are we going to be covering? So goonlinetrainings.com is completely towards data-oriented technologies. These are the demanding courses worldwide. So we are going to be giving you data analytics using Power BI, which is a 3 to 6 months course. Daily 1 hour live class will be there, Monday to Friday. So this is no coding or low coding. No coding, low coding. Anybody who does not like coding, they can easily get into this. No coding or low coding. So this is what I can recommend. All non-IT or IT can easily get into. If you keep a minimum 3.5 years of experience, 20, 25 lakh salary packages, you can get it, and minimum 50 into 2025. So if you love coding, the next one I can recommend this. This is coding. So without coding, you cannot get into this. You need to know Python and Databricks, big data coding that you need to have. This is also 3 to 6 months of course, and it is a completely medium level of coding. It will be there. Okay. So if you love coding, especially SQL and Python coding, if you love, you can join data engineering using Azure. Azure is a cloud platform. What is a cloud? We'll discuss later. So this is also these two courses I'm going to be teaching. So 3 to 6 months time it is going to be having 3 months for the course to complete. Next 3 months projects to work on. That is the reason I'm always saying 3 to 6 months. Gen AI is one more tool everybody is talking about. This will be a 12 months course with us, and Dr. Venkat is going to be taking. So he's the 18 years PhD holder. So 20 years PhD holder. So Dr. Venkat is going to be taking Gen AI, including data science and AI and ML deep learning. It is more complex. So don't get into this. If you wanted to learn, you can go, there is no problem, but more complex and in-depth of coding knowledge you need to have. Problem solving skills are needed. Coding is required, and more machine learning and a deep learning algorithms you need to have, right? So it is more complex and more coding. Everybody is talking about AI today, but I strongly recommend, if you wanted to get into Gen AI or AI, start your career somewhere here, slowly jump into this. You work for 2 years, you work for 2 more years, and you can easily jump into Gen AI. Full stack Python, any freshers wanted to have. So this is also taught by Dr. Venkat, and we have one more faculty. Clear? So these are the courses we're going to be having. So these two courses I'm going to be, teaching end to end. So data engineering using cloud. Azure means a cloud. So data analytics using Power BI, I'm going to be taking from end to end. Gen AI and full stack Python will be taught by one more faculty, guys. Clear? Now, in demo number one, I wanted to have, so I strongly recommend it to go into this. If you love coding, you can join in this. But if you don't like coding, you can jump into no coding. So salaries wise, same salaries, 15, 20 lakhs. You same salaries you will be able to get it if you keep 3 to 3.5 years of experience in India. And abroad, 70K to 150K, you will be able to get it. So if you love coding, jump into this. If you don't love coding, then go into data analytics. Clear? So data analytics is also booming, guys. And let us talk about IT industry. Now, people are talking about data. The same question is asked to Microsoft. Microsoft says data is currency today. That is Microsoft is saying. Data is fuel today. Google is saying data is wealth today. Data is everything today. That is what Google is saying. We're talking about robotics. We're talking about AI today. AI because of our business intelligence today. All these things because of data. Without data, do you think that AI is going to work? Your artificial intelligence, robotics, Gen AI, nothing is going to work. So data is important today. But do you know what IT industry is going to be doing, guys? Many people are going to be talking about IT industry. IT industry is nothing but your information technology. But tell me, what is the core functionality of IT industry, guys? IT industry ఏం చేస్తుంది? What is the core functionality of IT industry? When I say automobile industry, which is going to be manufacturing the car, steel industry is going to be producing the steel. But what is that IT industry is going to be doing? Do you think that it is going to be producing a software? Am I true or am I wrong? If somebody says IT industry is giving you software, is it a true? Answer is false. Completely wrong. IT industry is not giving you a software. What it is going to be giving you? It is going to be doing two things, two important things IT industry is going to be doing. One is called, it is going to be storing your data. Remember this. It is not going to be giving you a software. It is going to be giving you storing your data. That is step number one. IT industry is going to be doing. Step number two, it is going to be computing your data. Computing means what? Processing your data. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీ is not going to produce a software. You ask what IBM is going to be doing. Do you think that IBM is going to be creating a software and giving it to you? Or do you think that Cognizant is going to be creating a software and giving it to you? No, 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 no. IT industry is going to be storing your data, and IT industry is going to compute your data. Computing means what? Computing means doing the calculations on the data. For example, I have number 10 and number 20. I have this data. So computing means what? I wanted to process the data. So people will say, hey, Bhaskar, I have these two numbers, 10 and 20. Tell me, what is the total sum of these numbers? Summing is called as a computing. Computer means which can process the data, which can do calculations on the data, mathematical calculations. So I can say the total is 30. Now tell me, what is the minimum? Minimum is 10. What is the maximum? 20. How many numbers you have? 2. Now tell me, I would like to sort the data. Sorting is also one more operation, sorting alphabetical order. So all of them are called computations or compute processing. So when you have a data, your IT industry is going to be storing the data. That is step number one. IT industry is going to be computing or processing the data. For the processing purpose, we are going to be using a language here. So data processing purpose, what are we going to use? We're going to use languages like C, C++, Java, Python. All the languages are going to be used to compute your data. Clear? If you're learning a C or C++, Java, Python, .NET means you're getting the data from elsewhere. You want to compute and show the results. This is the total sales of Amazon company. This is the average sales in Hyderabad for Amazon company. These many transactions have happened in PhonePe in South India last 1 month. So people are going to be taking the data and doing a lot of processing. What kind of a processing I'm talking about? Sum, min, average, mode, median, lot of things are going to be applying on your data. But the question, where do we store the data? That is the question, kada. So I am talking about, okay, for the processing data, we use language. But where do we store the data? That is the question. So the data can be stored depends upon the size. If the data size is very, very small, for example, I am talking about KBs of data, megabytes of data. Thinking about my company, Go Online Trainings company, every month I get 1,000 inquiries. People will say, Bhaskar sir, do you have Java course with you? Bhaskar sir, do you have Power BI course with you? People are going to be giving me calls. I'm going to be writing all the data in where? In a file called Excel file. When you have a small amount of data, small companies are going to be storing data in Excel file, CSV file, or MS Word file, some files. So when you have a small amount of data, companies are going to be store the data into the files. Clear? The simple example is my students' data I'm going to be storing in Excel. Okay, this is small amount of data, but think about slowly, you have GBs of data. Think about Amazon company. Amazon company's data will not be 1,000 rows per month or 1,000 rows per day. One day they'll have 50 to 60 million transactions in India, right? So if you have this much of a transactions in India, the data is not cannot be stored in Excel file. Excel data maybe some 1,000, 2,000, or 1 million numbers you may store, or 500,000 data, or 1 lakh data you can store. But when you have so much of data, Excel will hang. Excel hang అయిపోతుంది. Excel cannot be used. So you're using a wrong tool. If you're using a large amount of data as part of your Excel means, so you're using a wrong tool, right? So people started using one more software in IT industry. The software name is called SQL software. The software name is called Database Management System, DBMS. So when you have a data in lakhs or millions, I'm talking about, the size is Amazon company 500 GB, 200 GB of data every week, every month it is getting. So this kind of a data, you cannot store them in the Excel file. If you're not able to store them in Excel, so you need to have one more technology. So IT industry is having one more technology called SQL, and you need to understand this. Okay. But 1 month data will be, let us say, 500 GB of data. It is 1 month data of Amazon company into 12 months of data. Now, what is the total? It will be 6,000 GB 1 year data. 12 months means 1 year. It is equivalent to 6 terabytes of data 1 year. But think about it, 10 years of data. So it will become totally 60 terabytes of data. So if you understand, GBs of data over a period will become a terabytes of data. A terabytes SQL or normal RDBMS cannot handle. So we are going to be using terabytes of data because 1024 MB is equivalent to 1 GB, right? 1024 GB is equivalent to 1 terabyte. Slowly, the data is going to increase the size. Slowly, the data is terabytes. Now, to store this kind of a data, IT industry is going to use one more technology called data warehouse. Clear? So data warehousing where we are going to be using terabyte. It is not millions or lakhs. We are talking about crores or billions of data. Crores or billions of data your IT industry is going to be using. So remember, it depends upon the size of the data, you are slowly changing the tool, right? Always I say, I wanted to go to supermarket to buy some vegetables. It is near to my complex. How much distance? 1 kilometer. How do I go? I can go by walk. I'll take my kid, chalo, will go by walk, or I will take a cycle or a bike. I can go to supermarket, buy some vegetables because 1 or 2 kilometers radius. That's it. Okay, but tomorrow I wanted to go from Hyderabad to, let us say, uh, Mumbai, or I would like to go to Pune. It is 500 kilometers from Hyderabad to Pune, Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam or Vizag. I want to go 500 kilometers. Can I take a bicycle and go? People will laugh at you, right? Can I take a bike and go? No, 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 no. You can take a bike and go, but you are using a wrong tool. Tool is okay. Somehow you can reach. But when you use the wrong tool, you have a back pain, more fuel consumption, more sunstroke, lot of other things will be involved. So what normally we do when the distance is increased, I book a train ticket or I book a bus ticket or I can have a car. I have a own car. I'm having a driver. I can take the car and go. So when the distance is more, what are we doing? We are changing the tools. Clear? Small distance cycle or a bicycle, more distance means I'm going to be using what? A car or the train or the bus. Okay. From India, I wanted to go to America. Can I go by a train or the bus? No, 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 no. I have to choose a flight. Why are we using a flight? Because the distance is even more. So we cannot use a train. So we are again switching from the train or bus or the car to the flight. Okay. I wanted to go from India or from Earth to the moon or the Mars. Can I go by a flight? Answer is no. You have to choose a rocket because unlimited distance you need to cover. Flight you cannot be used. Clear? When the data is more and more, more and more, more and more, so that kind of a data is called as a big data. Data warehousing data manageable. So I am talking about this is a cycle, this is a bus and a train, this is a flight. But today we are talking about data, unlimited data started coming in. What is unlimited data I'm talking about here? So because of two things have happened. In year 2000, internet is introduced worldwide. Hardware becomes cheaper, right? And lot of people started using social media. Social media, internet, and hardware become cheaper. After year 2000, you are getting large amount of data. That data, this guy cannot store, this guy cannot store, this guy cannot store. That kind of a data is called as a big data. Very big data. So going into the moon or the Mars, do you think that a small amount of distance you're going to cover? No, 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 no. It is a huge amount of distance that the rocket is going to be, using. So big data concept is evolved in the year 2003. This name is given by Google company. So large amount of data started coming in. So to store this kind of a data, IT industry invented a software called Hadoop. What is a software called Hadoop? Immediately, there is one more software called Spark. Clear? So if you want to store a large amount of data today, so you can use big data Hadoop. Big data is a large amount of data, unlimited data. Clear? So that kind of a data you wanted to store today, we have a softwares called Hadoop technology or Spark technology today. So we are not going to work towards programming side, C, C++, Java, .NET. I am not going to be teaching you. And when you learn a programming, which is more complex and less salaries, right? If you're a Java developer, you will be called as a donkey in the IT industry. Why? Donkeys will work for peanuts and will do the more work. Clear? If you become a Java developer, .NET developer, Angular JS developer, programming developer today, you are called as a donkey in the IT industry. Why? Because these people will be paid less and the work will be more and more. Clear? And more coding you need to learn. So I'm not going to be concentrating on the programming side or the data computing side. I'm going to take you to the data side. Clear? So data side, first you should know what are that. All of them you don't worry about today. You are only concentrating on storing data. Small amount of data. How do you store? Where do you store? In a file. File may be CSV file, PDF file, MS Word file, or some file. even PPT or Excel. But normally we don't use PPTs, we create Excel sheets. So 20 people attendance, I can have it in Excel. Or today people are using Google Forms, some file. Clear? So today the data is slowly going and increasing, growing and increasing. That data can be stored in SQL and RDBMS, and the data is going to be there in data warehousing. We choose data warehousing, and the data, even then it is increased today. That kind of data can be stored in where? Hadoop and Spark. So these are the data storing technologies. Guys, did you understand clearly? Clear? So I'm talking about today what IT industry is going to be doing. So what are they doing? It is going to be doing only two things. One is storing data. That is one thing it is going to be doing. The second one, it is good computing or processing your data. Only this thing it's going to be doing. For that, we use a language like C or C++ or Java or Python kind of a language. Okay, a lot of languages we have. For the storing of the data, we are going to be using different tools, depends upon the size of the data. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. So what is that we are going to be talking about? So today, you need to know if your data size is in small, we may use Excel or CSV. So this is small data I'm going to be talking about in terms of numbers, 1000 or 2000 rows, in terms of size, KB or megabytes. You have to have this clarity. No other video, you go to YouTube, you search for thousands of videos, people will not give you this clarity. Then why SQL is emerged into the world? Because cycle and bicycle can be used to travel only 5, 10, 20 kilometers. If you want to travel 500 kilometers, then you need to invent a car, bus, train. So SQL is also called as SQL, database management system, is invented to store GBs of data. So it is a medium size of data I'm talking about. Now, with the data size is slowly increasing, that kind of data can be stored in data warehousing. It is a large data. Clear? So IT industry started 1920. You know that when IT industry started 1920, Charles Babbage invented a computer. After that, which language got created? So after 1920, sorry, it is gone. So 1920, people talking about history. Let me go to history and talk about it. So 1920, Charles Babbage computer invention is happened, invented the computer. Okay, after that, 1930, what are they using? They are using binary language. How do you give an input? You're going to be using binary, means ones and zeros. This language is used to talk to the computer. So then it is failed. 1940, a language called language A is released. It is utter flop. 1950, a language called B got released, utter flop. 1960, one more language called, what is the language name? Language called C language got introduced into the world. It was a super duper hit. So who invented this? It is by Dr. Dennis Ritchie from US Bell Laboratories. Ritchie is the scientist. Okay, so this guy, he invented from the Bell Labs. Clear? Bell Laboratories of USA. This became so powerful. So people, they wanted to do some operations. They can write the code in the C language. C is English like a language, but it has some issues. Then immediately one more language called Advanced C got released. Language called Advanced C. This is called as C++ today. Okay. So Advanced C language is called as what? C++ today. It is created in 1970s. 1980s, similar to Advanced C, one more language got released. The name is called Java. Okay. It is C, similar to Advanced C, C++. It becomes so popular. In 1990, one more language got released. The language is called Python. Python nobody is watching because it is very, very easy. People need some kind of a complexity and not very much complex. Very much complex means C++. So somewhat complex means Java. People love to use Java because Java was not very complex, but people are giving more, like towards the Java. But the problem is that it is also complex. But Python is easy. People were calling this as a kid language. Any kids can learn this kid language, right? So even though it was there in 1990s, actually it got released in 1991. So nobody started using that time. But after that, in year 2000, there is a language called .NET got released into the market. So .NET is released by which company? It is from the Microsoft company. Clear? Java language by which company? Sun Solaris company. This company is going to, it is released. So their own brands, all of them are. Python by one more company. So .NET so by Microsoft, so a lot of things have been changed, right? So people only creating a lot of languages to process the data. In 1970s, one more thing has happened. Along with C++, one more thing has happened the same year. So people have invented SQL or database management system or relational database management system got invented by which company? IBM company. In when? In 1970s. Clear? So all the languages only to process the data, but where to store the data? Where to store the data? So people have storing the data in a files in 1960s onwards, but afterwards SQL is launched in when? IBM company in 1970s. Clear? So this was the invention. In 1990s, in 1990s, there is one more invention called data warehouse was invented. Why data warehouse? Data warehouse, you should not write like this. Where space house is a wrong, or you should not write like this. Data warehouse, not a single word, or this is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is also wrong. And if you keep a capital letter, that is also wrong. It is single word. Data warehouse is going to be used to store terabytes of data. So this is also one more invention, right? So then you have year 2000, we have .NET got released and BI tools got into the market, business intelligence. And 2003, you have big data is got into market. Big data means large amount of data. In 2005, 2006, a Apache Spark, Apache Hadoop, big data to store. Hadoop is released in 2009. We have a Apache Spark language. These are called bigger languages. Now people started using all of them. Clear? So this is the complete history about it. So if you wanted to store large amount of data today, so small amount of data means we can use Excel. That is what I told you, or CSV or a PDF, some files. So this is small data I'm talking about. Medium size data means SQL is invented by companies in 1970s. It is there in 1960s files. So 1970s we have this RDBMS got added. So afterwards data warehousing is introduced in year 2000, 1990s. Okay, so what kind of a data are going to be storing? Large data. Large means it is terabytes of data. It is KB or MBs of data in this. Here we're talking about GBs of data. In this, we're talking about a terabytes of data. But as I told you, after year 2000, lot of things have been changed. What are they? Internet introduced, and social media is became so popular, and hardware became so popular, so much of a data coming in. So this kind of a data, it is extra large data, Excel data, double Excel data, triple Excel data, and this kind of a data is called as a big data. People have given this kind of a naming convention. So big data name given by which company? Google company. In which year? In 2003, they told, so guys, we are getting so much of a data. We don't have any technology to store the data because data warehousing only store terabytes of data. right? So when you have a terabytes of data, how do you store? You assume if you wanted to store a water, you may be using a 1 liter of water bottle here. So small amount of water. If you wanted to store 30, 40 liter of water, you may use a bucket. This is what is called a bucket. Okay. But I would like to store, 1,000 liters of water. You may be using a drum. So this you can say this is a drum, or you can say 1,000 liter tank. Now, all of them are different use cases, right? If you wanted to store 30, 40 liter, so definitely you can go in for a bucket. This is a bucket, small size data. This may be a 1 liter water bottle or half-liter water bottle, small size data you can store. So what is a data warehouse? It is a drum or the tank. It may be 1,000 liter size capacity. Clear? Okay, 20 or 30 buckets of water, we can just put it here. But now we're talking about not 1,000 liter, not 10,000 liter. It is a 10,000 liter, 1 million liter. It is a bigger capacity. So you cannot think about the capacity because unlimited data. It may be petabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte of data, unlimited data. Where do you store? Unlimited water. Where it is available? It is there in the sea, samundar, right? So how do you store large amount of data? Can you store them in a river? No, river is also have some kind of a capacity. So reservoir, rivers, more than that, ponds. So we are talking about today, it full of water is available in the your sea or samundar, right? So that is what we need to say. So that kind of a water, that kind of a data, you cannot store them in your data warehousing. So this kind of a big data can be stored. So the software called Hadoop is invented. Hadoop is invented in 2006 by a company called Apache. What is the company name? Apache. Because SQL, Excel, everybody will have their own proprietary brands. Like that in 2006, Apache is released, and here you have some issues. Then immediately within 2 to 3 years, you have one more software is called released. That is Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark, or people will say Big Data Hadoop and Big Data Spark, right? So if it is a big data, what about this? This is what is called small data. That is big data. What is it? It is called small data. So when you have a data, this data will be taken by this data. I'm going to be taking this data. I'm going to be taking this data. I'm going to be taking this data. Also, I'm going to be taking. I'm going to be running my AI and BI applications on the data. Now, artificial intelligence applications, we're talking about Chat GPT. It is a Gen AI application, right? Chat GPT data coming from where? Coming from maybe Excel file, maybe SQL, maybe data warehousing, maybe Hadoop or the Spark. Clear? Somewhere data has to be there. Then only this AI can work or business intelligence can work. What is the business intelligence? It is called as a data analytics. Clear? So AI means artificial intelligence. Business intelligence means data analytics. If you wanted to run AI systems, BI systems, somebody has to get the data, clean the data, store the data into these softwares or these technologies. What are they? Excel, SQL, data warehousing, and Apache Spark or the Hadoop. But who's going to be getting the data, storing the data here? There is a specialized team called data engineering team. Clear? Who's going to be working with, this one, this one, this one, this one? There is a team called a data engineering team. So these people are going to be getting the company's data. These people are going to be storing the data in Apache Spark, data warehousing, and SQL, blah, blah, blah. So there is one more technology, one more skill set everybody needs today, data engineering skill set. Why? Because AI cannot run without data. But who's going to be giving you data? Data engineering team. Your business intelligence data analytics is not going to work today. Who's going to be giving you the data? A data engineering team. So without data, AI is not there. Day by day, data is getting more and more. Today's data, when you compare with tomorrow's data will be more. So data engineering also will have much more opportunities. Clear? That is the reason People are talking about it today. Data technologies, AI, BI. AI is more, more complex. Now, do you know Chat GPT data from where you're going to be getting this GPT data? Chat GPT data today, we are AI is Chat GPT. This data today we are getting from Hadoop and Spark only. What is the data? It is a 500 or 5,000 petabyte of data. That is the data we're talking about, which is similar to thousands of Himalayas size. So this is the data your AI application, your Hadoop and Apache Spark is going to be handling. What is the size I'm talking about? 500 petabyte of data or gigabyte of data, yottabyte of data. This data similar to 1,000 2,000 Himalayas size. You assume you cut data into DVD. Each DVD size is a 4 GB, 5 GB of data. You stack all the DVDs, it will become thousands of Himalayas size. That is a data your Hadoop and Apache Spark is going to be retrieving. Your Chat GPT data is going to be stored in the Hadoop and Spark only. Clear? Chat GPT is what kind of an application? It is a AI application, or which is a more generative AI application. It is your Chat GPT data. Who's going to be storing? Microsoft, Open, AI, Google companies are storing. Which technologies are they using? Hadoop and Spark. Clear? So first question you need to understand what is AI, right? Many people will be asking this question, what is AI, right? So what is BI? So AI means predict the future. Data analytics, business intelligence means understanding the past. Both of them are going to work with the data, but one guy is going to be telling me what was my sales in India last 5 years. Amazon company wanted to know this kind of a reporting. This kind of a thing is called understanding the past or reporting the past. So reporting the past is called data analytics or business intelligence. Last 5 years, crime rate in India. Last 5 years, obesity rate in India. So what are the? All of them are called data analytics reports or understanding the past. So what is AI is going to be doing? AI or ML is going to be telling you predictions. What will be my sales in India next 5 years? What will be obesity rate in India next 10 years? How many patients are going to be turning into diabetic patient next 5 years in India? People have to do lot of predictions. Predictions are going to be done by AI applications. Remember this. Clear? Data engineering means what? It is going to be collecting the data, cleaning the data, storing the data. Clear? So these are the three departments are going to be working it today. So which is more complex means data science more complex. Now today we are not talking about AI, we are talking about Gen AI. Okay. So AI means it is going to be predicting. It is going to be predicting. But Gen AI, it is going to be subset of application which is not going to predict, which is going to be generating a content. Generating what? Content. So based on your input. Clear? If you give an input, it is going to be generating what? Generating content means it may give you a text, or it may give you audio, or it may give you a video. So any content which it can develop, so it is not going to be predicting. Normally AI applications are going to be predicting, and a Gen AI, generative AI is not going to predict anything, which is going to be generating a content. What kind of a content? You give a text or audio, video, you ask a question, you give an input. Input is called as a prompt. So when you give a proper prompt, so based on the prompt, generative AI is going to be working. The generative is going to AI is nothing but your Chat GPT or Gemini. So Google Gemini we're talking about, right? Or Copilot. So of Microsoft. All of these are called what? Nana? Gen AI applications. Thousands of applications. DeepSeek from China. It is also Chat GPT. It is also similar to your AI application. AI needs a lot of input. Input means you need to ask the question. Question is not in the prompt. So prompt engineering is one more course people are learning it today. Prompt engineering is not a generative AI. So prompt engineering, you don't learn this course. It is for the uh, digital marketing people to learn. So not for the IT engineers. Digital marketing people are learning this. So you cannot get a bigger packages if you learn a prompt engineering. Clear? Prompt engineering is not the one. So this one for any housewives, any people who wanted to practice this, then you can go in for this. I don't recommend the what do you say, prompt engineering to be learned. If you wanted to learn, you can learn, but it is not a beautiful course as part of Gen AI. So today, as part of Gen AI, we have a lot of agentic AI is one more thing people are, having. Agentic AI means it is going to be, taking the decisions. Gen AI cannot take your decisions. For example, uh, your chat GPT cannot take a decision. It can give you content, but whenever there is a traffic, your automation, automatic car can apply a brake. When you come inside your home, when there is a sensor, it is going to be switching on the light. Switching on the light, applying the brake is a decision-making system. But Chat GPT is not going to take any decisions. Chat GPT is going to be giving you a, a content, right? Chat GPT is normally a generative AI application, which is a normal AI application built based on the LLM models. Clear? Now, today people are talking about agentic AI. So, agentic AI means which can take a decisions. So, this is more powerful. So, you cannot directly jump into Gen AI, directly jump into agentic AI. All of them are, you cannot jump into that. So, slowly, if you wanted to get into AI side, definitely I wanted to recommend you to go towards data analytics. If you don't love coding, be here, work for 5-10 years here, then jump into other technologies. Don't blindly dump into this. Nothing will jump into this. It is nothing can happen because more complex. You need to learn some more things here. So don't jump into prompt engineering courses. This is of no use. You will not be able to get a bigger salary package. Agentic AI models are for more popular in 2025. So these kind of a courses you can do, but very complex things. So instead of going into data science, people can choose data engineering part. Or if you don't like coding, data analytics is the number one, because my people are going to learn all of them, will be able to get a lot of things. Okay. What is a data warehouse? I did not tell you anything, but as of now, as a layman, I have given you what is a data warehousing, but I will be able to tell you in depth of coverage in tomorrow's class what is the data warehouse. So data warehouse means, as you said, Snowflake. Yes, that is ready-made solution. I'll talk about all of them in tomorrow. Example for data warehouse. So you have uh, Snowflake is one example I can give you. You can have Azure. You can build your own data warehouse in Azure on premises and everything. Or ready-made Snowflakes also you can take it, but I don't confuse you today. So data warehousing means what you need to understand. Data warehousing is completely a bigger set of data that you're going to be having, and that data will be in terabytes, and that too structured data. So that kind of a data is called as a data warehousing data. In layman terminology, data warehousing is a tank. Okay, so data warehousing is a tank, so which can accommodate large amount of data, right? So it is data warehouses, large hardware. Hardware is very, very large. But what software we're going to be installing here? Same SQL software only we are going to be installing. Clear? So tomorrow I'll talk about what is the difference between normal SQL and your data warehousing. Data warehousing is also SQL, and only one difference is, so normal SQL means it can store only small amount of data, but data warehousing is also going to be having large data, because hardware is so bigger. If you buy a laptop and install SQL, what is your laptop size? 1 terabyte of hard disk, 4 GB of RAM, and i3 or i5 processor. Inside this, if you install SQL, so what is the data you can store? You can store only 1 terabyte of data. That is a disk capacity in your computer. But other hand, I'm going to be taking 100 terabyte of hard disk, very bigger computer I'm going to be buying. And 100 GB of RAM it is running and lot of processors running. So inside that I'm going to be installing same SQL. What is the capacity of data you can store? 100 terabytes. Why? Because hardware is very, very bigger. So this kind of hardware is called as a data warehouse. So data warehouse will have large hardware plus same software of SQL we're going to be installing it. Clear? So this is what you need to understand as a layman point of view. But tomorrow we are going to be continuing further. So this is the demo number 1. So tomorrow demo number 2 on the same time, same meeting ID. Thank you guys. Any questions?